Welcome back to the channel. This is Aranda here. And today we're gonna do a reaction video on Nomad Elite, Gerald, I believe his name is. Yeah. And his experience here and dating in Paraguay. See if I agree with him, see if I don't. So yeah, man, I've been following Nomad Elite for a few years. I have some disagreements with him on some certain things, but hey, people disagree with me on certain things all the fucking time. So hey, I already know that game. But you know, one thing that like I personally like disagree with him is he's kind of going down this path of appealing just to the highest rollers. And he called out Andrew Henderson for kind of doing that himself. So because the only reason I bring that up is because I've referred a lot of people to him who have asked me for help for residency. And I kind of take it one person at a time for myself who are helping people with residency. But anyway, so Nomad Elite's got his website. He's got all these services he offers for folks and stuff. Overall, I think he's a good dude. I think he's a solid dude who stands on principles, just like myself. Even though I might have some disagreements and I may have trolled a little bit in the comment section of one of his videos, like I ain't got no beef with Gerald here. He's living a solid life in Asuncion. So hey, let's see what he has to say about dating here. And this video is from 2 weeks ago. Let's check it out.
Monogamy dating in Latin America. It's a Sunday, and I'm shooting this video from my apartment right here in Asuncion, Paraguay. And I was thinking about topics I can cover that I haven't covered so far. And I'm wearing a t-shirt today, as you can see. I'm not here to sell you anything. This is one brother talking to another, and I wanted to share some of my recent experiences dating in Paraguay. And I wanted to address some of the concerns you guys have about dating women. I know this is not an easy time to be dating women. The dating landscape is changing everywhere. And a lot of you guys want to find a long-term partner, as much as I want to find a long-term partner.
Right off the bat, I'm gonna have to agree with them. The dating landscape is changing everywhere. Social media is becoming more of people's lives. People are comparing themselves to each other at a rate that just didn't happen in the past. It affects everybody differently, but women definitely compare for, especially when it comes to like beauty, their standards, and then like hypergamy works up after that. So like, yeah, it is changing everywhere, even here in Paraguay. You know what I mean? It's not as simple as a lot of red pillars will make it. Just like, oh my God, it's just like 100% modern in America and 100% traditional abroad. Like, no, it's not, dude. It's not that simplistic. And that's why when I did a dating video, I broke it down for literally 2 hours for you guys. I'm not even a good YouTuber, man. I should keep my videos shorter, but I'm probably more of a podcaster myself. I dive really deep into stuff as well. So anyways, let's keep going.
You guys want to part one. It's one of the biggest motivating factors for North Americans looking to relocate to Latin America, and where I am in Paraguay. But dating is not easy these days. It's not easy, man. It's not easy in Paraguay. It's not easy in America. But the good thing is that a lot of you guys are a kid in Latin America. And this doesn't just have to be Paraguay, Argentina, Panama, Paraguay, Mexico, maybe the Caribbean. And women want to be with you. So that's good. One of the issues I'm seeing, actually also from myself, not only people who I meet here, is that we want the relationship now and not in a month. And that's the problem. Good things take time. And the truth is that we don't want to spend the time to develop the friendship factor, which is so important to form a good relationship. And I've been looking at friends of mine who have been in relationships for a long time, they've been married for decades, and it's working for them. And I sat back and asked myself, why is it working for them? Why is it not working for some other people I know? Why hasn't it worked for me? The answer I'm coming to is that we didn't spend the time to develop the friendship aspect of the relationship, because that ultimately makes a difference when you have arguments. Because if you have arguments with a true best friend, you're going to work things out, man. Yes, you're going to get hurt. We all do. And yes, you're going to have arguments, even with friends. You have disagreements with friends. As much as you have disagreements with women, romantic partners, you have that. But it truly is that oftentimes we want the relationship to happen now not tomorrow. And it is because we've been in the desert for a long time. And all of a sudden we immigrate to Paraguay, or we immigrate to Mexico, Panama, the Caribbean, Chile, Argentina, Bolivia, wherever. We're about to leave the desert. We didn't get any attention back home, or very little. Women are too occupied in the West to be dating someone like you. They're interested in it, right? You got other things to do. And so I think what's happening is that we found an oasis. We found relief. And whenever we find relief, we want to consume as much of it as possible, as quickly as possible. Isn't that true? And if you're honest with yourself, that's the truth. The lack of patience is the reason why we're unable to form these sound long-term relationships. We're not putting in the time to develop the friendship factor. You could also argue that conservative values are part of the equation, or should I?
Yeah, I'll agree with him there about the patience thing. I struggle with it myself. Um, and that's why I break down in my video as well, the conociéndonos period, the getting to know each other period, where, in the US, things might roll a lot faster, if you're getting a date at all anymore in the US. But here things play out quite a bit slower, man. It really truly is. He's speaking truth there. I'll give him that. Yeah, and about that, it might be frustrating. But like if you're looking for something more serious, like you're gonna have to put up with it. You know what I mean? You can, yeah. Maybe some of you can maybe find quicker situations, but that's mostly going to be short-term stuff. There's going to be a lot of short-term stuff, expectations out the bat, a lot of what am I saying? God, what am I saying, you guys? A lot of selfishness, right? From her end, from your end, there might be, whatever. So yeah, but long-term stuff, yeah, the getting to know each other period does take a while for serious stuff. But the only thing I'll say beyond that is that you still gotta respect your time, though. You know what I mean? Like if you want something to play out in like 4 to 6 weeks, then and that's kind of like your golden like zone. Respect that. Respect your timing too. You know what I mean? Because you don't want this stuff to play out for months and months and months and months where you're put in the friend zone, like I've also explained, and then you're the casi algo, which is the almost something, and you don't want to be the almost something, right? Because there's a good chance you could be talking to other people, etc. If it's a girl who you believe is really worth it, and like she might like legitimately be busy with studies and her family at school or something like that, just gauge all that. But if she's on BS, she's on BS. You know what I mean? So, all right. Anyways, all right. Let's keep going.
Did I say the lack of conservative family values not being present in Western dating culture, or at least not as much as they used to be? And I agree with that. However, I think the foundation is the friendship factor. And you know how long it takes to develop a friendship? Months, sometimes years. I get it. You don't want to spend years to get to know a girl. That's a lot of time to invest. That's a lot to ask, actually. However, I think that if we can at least spend a few months to get to know a person so that we know what they're like during good times, bad times, and sure, you can run certain tests, and you should, and so should she run tests on you. But I think we have to spend the time to develop this friendship factor. And this is very comparable to friendships, right? Oftentimes we meet people who we believe could become good friends. And then what happens after maybe a few weeks or so? You run out of topics to talk about. Or maybe you're in need. You call them, they aren't available. Or maybe you just don't have much in common. And so the relationship never formed. Or maybe you have disagreements and you're not able to disagree respectfully. And so you ran up a huge argument that destroyed the possible friendship, right? Could be immaturity, could be a lack of commonalities, could be a lot of things. However, it's true that in friendships, if this should happen, we also depart the friendship. Or maybe we decide to have less contact with our acquaintance, with our potential friend, and maybe that's the end of that. And if you're no longer in the same place, the distance will kill it even faster. That's true for friendships and relationships, right? The key takeaway that I've learned is that whenever I rush things with women I wanted to have a meaningful long-term relationship with, it never worked out. they can feel that I'm needy. And women don't like that. And you could argue that, hey, you want women chasing you. You don't want to be chasing women. Yes and no. If they are only chasing you, that's good in some ways, right? You both attracted to each other physically. That's a good starting point for sure. If you like each other, there's a connection. If you feel the connection, your heart's beating faster, you start having butterflies in your stomach, you can't stop thinking about her, you're fantasizing a lot of crazy, wild thoughts. These are good signs, my friend. Very good signs. However, from what I've seen is that women will respect you more if you don't come across as needy. However, that's not everything. From what I've seen.
Yeah. No, I'll agree with him there. You know, and sometimes like it might even feel like a game, like there's this push pull factor, like oh man, I don't know, but like and one thing that I've done wrong too, for sure, is like I'll focus exclusively on getting to know one girl, and like I guess that's fine. But she could pick up some of your energy, like oh shit, he's like too needy, to kind of like he's saying, so like yeah, you don't have to be exclusive like off the bat, like even after your first date, unless she's like really like coming at you, you know what I mean, and you guys talk about this stuff, and you want it to kind of like speed up, and she's choosing you fast, and all this stuff. Yeah, but like long term, like yeah, so far I would agree with him. Yeah, for sure.
Because I've met a lot of women who trust me, and I can immediately feel if there's a connection or not. And like most of the times, there's no connection for whatever reason. We have nothing in common. We're not attracted to each other physically. Maybe there's language barrier. There are some cultural differences that are difficult to overcome, and it didn't work out. But some women I met, the connection was instant, and you can feel that. There's a natural interest there. You're having a conversation, smiling a lot. You're loving her eyes. These are good signs. I think it's important that we minimize the amount of time that we spend with women who are not a good fit for us. This actually leads me to another point that I've spotted to hold true in a lot of instances, which is that oftentimes we pursue women, let's say Latin America and Paraguay. We fantasize about dating these beautiful Latina women, and there are many beautiful women in Paraguay, Panama, in many countries, in Argentina, Mexico, right? There are many beautiful women. Oftentimes we fantasize about having a romantic relationship with these women, but then the following thing happens. They're not interested in us. And maybe you get them to agree to come to your place. But the moment they left, you never heard from them again. Why is that? You just didn't have a connection. That's the truth. You had no connection. Maybe you rushed it. Maybe you pushed her and made her feel uncomfortable. Whatever the reason was, she stopped talking to you. When you come here, let's say you come to Paraguay or any Latin American country and you're thirsty, which I'm sure you are, for good reasons. You have good reasons to be thirsty. The dating landscape in the West, in America and Canada, is not very favorable for a man these days. I don't blame you. I don't blame myself. I don't blame my friends. I don't blame our clients for coming here, wanting a monogamy relationship with a traditional conservative woman right here in Paraguay. I don't blame them because I know what it's like. I've been on the other side. However, you don't want to rush it, especially if you want a long-term relationship, a serious one that leads to marriage and children. And there are a ton of good women in Latin America, trust me, ton. And they're dying to be with you. However, the right women are the right woman for you, especially the one you have a connection with. And especially if she's conservative, have to be patient. And if she feels like you're not patient enough, it kind of indicates to her that you haven't been patient with other women either. And that kind of scares her away from you. And you don't want that. And this is difficult. A lot of you guys are successful. You're entrepreneurs. Maybe you made money with crypto. You have your own business. You're a trader, right? You make money from stock trading. And you're living abroad. You're living in a tropical country, in South America, in Central America, in the Caribbean. Beautiful places with beautiful women. And good things will come to you. Good people will come to you. Good women will come to you. But you have to give them the amount of time that it takes to know you. And likewise, this holds true for both sides. So please don't rush it. I honestly have missed a lot of good opportunities because of a lack of my patience on my side. I did. I missed a lot of good opportunities. I know that. I've done a video on one of the opportunities I missed when I was living in Malaysia. I think there was a very good opportunity. And I'm now seeing similar opportunities right here in Paraguay. And the question is, have I matured? Have I learned from my past failure, setbacks? And the answer is yes, I have. And you have to ask yourself the same question. Patience is a virtue. It is. Good things will come to you. Just give it time. Give it time. Good things will come to you. I hope you enjoyed this one. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Did you have success in monogamy dating in Latin America? Have you found your future wife already? I want to hear from you. Please share your thoughts in the comments. I appreciate you. And I see you on the next video, my friend.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with him. Yeah, I always say that too. Patience is a virtue for everything in life, not just dating, but like for everything, right? The patience that you get to grow something like a channel or your business or this or that. If you have zero patience for anything, yeah, I mean nothing good is gonna come of it. Yeah, it's it's a journey, man. It's a journey, and you're gonna come across ones that you may be incredibly attracted to, but like you're gonna be so like coming from America or Canada, you're gonna be so in awe of their beauty that you might just start missing red flags, right? And you know, that's always been my issue too. Like every single time, like he's saying that he's either rushed it. Yeah, you might have had quicker results, but she wasn't probably going to be the right woman for you in the long term, right? So I know what he's saying. I agree. Even Austin Holloman, friggin' very young, handsome young man, like extremely successful world traveler, has been here to Paraguay, and he said the same thing. You know what I mean? You got to be patient. Like I said, there could be situations where things could like go faster, but that's usually not the girl that you want for the long run. I even I've had, even after first dates, even on this, even when I moved here recently, I've done the deed on the first date. But it was debauchery after that. She was certainly not the right one, and like had a lot of red flags. You know what I mean? That was this time around. But yeah, man, no, I agree with him overall. For sure. Yeah, things move slower down here, man. And the thing is like, it's not in America where like like if you're looking for something serious, like in America, what he's talking about with the traditional stuff. In America, you could date a woman for maybe years before like you meet their family. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But here, there's a good chance that she's like analyzing you because eventually she's gonna want you to meet her family. You know what I mean? Especially after like you guys like do the deed or something like that. And again, short-term dating is a whole different thing, but he's talking about finding a life partner. That's what I talk about when I'm talking about dating as well. And yeah, man, you're gonna fail a lot before you win. No, that's just a reality of life. That's a reality for everything. Not just dating, but like, yeah. And I saw that he had another video on single mothers. I might cover that in another video. But yeah, man, no, Gerald's right, for sure. And it's that's why I say like for you guys who are coming here for short terms, like just for your residency trip, and you're gonna be here 3 or 4 weeks. I mean, you might as well just try to have fun, but keep it honest too. You know what I mean? Like, don't just like promise them the world and then just like leave them and say, oh, you're saying, oh, I'm already living here, even though you're not yet. If you like want to meet them and then like have something continue when you come back is one thing, but it might not always work out how you plan it to, just to be honest. You know what I mean? So just take care of yourselves, you guys. This is a it's hard, man. It's hard around the world. It's hard in America for sure, but it's hard here too. It's not just a cakewalk. And the last thing I'll agree with him on is something that I brought up recently is just focus on your work. Just focus on living abroad for the long term, and then women are gonna come. Be honest, be principled. You know what I mean? Also, you have your boundaries and your expectations as well. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, and things will come. You know, like the girl I'm seeing now. You know, the first two things that she really liked about me was my channel and my life story, right? Not my money, and not my handsome good looks, you guys. No, I'm just playing. No, but seriously, you know, I know I'm not the best looking guy. You know what I mean? Like I'm well aware of that. I have self-awareness. I know that, you know. But I'm an interesting guy. I got some charisma. I know how to sing really well. You know, so I have things that work to my favor, just like I'm sure Gerald does. And Gerald's a very successful YouTuber too. So, you know, there's other things in life that like it's not just the money and the salary and the title and your hotness like it is in America. There's more things taken into context, but take your time to get to know some of these women, especially if you're looking for a life partner. You know what I mean? And you know, on your end too, you guys, on your end too, don't just go for the most beautiful ones. They usually have a lot of red flags. Real talk. They usually have a lot of red flags. Like the most stunning ones, unfortunately, do. You know what I mean? Go for the ones who are level-headed, who are critical thinkers. Go for those women. You know what I mean? The ones who have patience as well on their end. So yeah, that's all I can really say about that. You know, dating's a beast of a topic. It really is. It truly is. And that's exactly why I spent like literally 2 hours on on one of my videos talking about it. It's actually a really highly viewed video of mine, so go check that one out. You guys know which one it is, probably. But anyways, I'm out of here. Ryan Aranda, my best life out of Hawaii. Go fat and follow Nomad Elite, and if you don't already, you probably already do. And yeah, man. Even though I have some disagreements with Gerald on certain things, he's still a solid dude. He's still a solid dude for sure. You know, and Gerald, if you see this, maybe you know, we can collab if you want. I know I kind of trolled a little bit, but I was just just keeping it 100, man. But anyways, brother, Shay, good video, man. Good video overall, for sure. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. Peace.